Come on into Aldi's with me. I've got my quarter, I'm going to get my cart, and we'll go see what low carb, high fat things we can find. One of the things I love about Aldi's is that you never know what goodness you're going to get. Okay, I'm going into the chip aisle and there's always chocolates. When I look at the chocolates, I always look to see the dark chocolate. There's an 85% cocoa, and let's take a look at the label. 18 grams of carbs, 6 grams of fiber. It does have sugar. It's okay for 85%, but I probably would stick to higher than that just for our purposes. And we're used to that dark chocolate, so I'm going to leave that here. I don't see anything else among the chocolates. I'm also looking for pork rinds, but I don't see any pork rinds here yet. So if I see those, I'll stop. Everything else is crackers. Gluten-free. Let me show you this while we're looking at it. Here's a gluten-free. But if you look at the ingredients, well, first of all, it's 19 carbs. But the first ingredient is brown rice flour and white rice flour and brown sugar. Just because it's gluten-free doesn't mean that it's okay for low carb, high fat. Okay, I did find some pork rinds. There's original and there's hot and spicy. The original has 0 carbs and it's just pork rinds and salt, which is perfect. And they're 99 cents for a 3.5 ounce bag, which is a pretty decent deal. I'm not familiar with this brand, but never met a pork rind I didn't like. The hot and spicy, people like the flavored a lot. Let's take a look at the label. If I can straighten it out. The ingredients have corn flour, hydrolyzed corn and yeast protein, sugar, and maltodextrin. The flavored versions really generally have those icky ingredients, so I'm going to put those back. You can do your own flavorings, and I can show you how to do that. All right, let's head on down. Ooh, I see jerky. That might work. Now there's original, teriyaki, and peppered. This is Sim's brand original. Let's see what's in it. It's 6 grams of carb for an ounce, so this entire container is 18 carbs. Now my husband would sit down and polish this off in about 4 minutes. So I'm probably going to leave it on the shelf. And yep, when I look at the ingredients, it's got brown sugar and it has hydrolyzed soy protein. No, definitely not. I'll take a look at the peppered, but it's probably going to be the same. Yes, it's no better. It has brown sugar. And the teriyaki, I'm not even going to check it. Actually, I am going to check it because it says it's 4 carbs. All right. It's actually fewer carbs, and it has sugar and fructose and maltodextrin. Never mind. Teriyaki, you have to be careful with because teriyaki usually means sugar. There is some snack beef sausage, snack sticks, 0 carb, and when I look at the ingredients, it says 2% or less of corn syrup, solids, dextrose. It's not perfect, but if I was going to travel, this is not a horrible option for once in a while. And they're beef sausage snack sticks, and they're $3.49. So that's not a bad option. This is a beef summer sausage. Let's see what's in it. It's 2 carbs for 2 ounces, and it does, let's see, what does it have in it? It has corn syrup and spices and dextrose. Again, it's kind of like the other stuff. I may or may not do it. It just depends on what other options I have. If I'm traveling and I don't have a lot of options, then I might do it. Here is something that might work too. It's Sim's Snacks. Again, it's not perfect. It has dextrose. It has 2 carbs for 4 sticks. So it's better than eating other things, but it's still not great. I'm going to go past all of the toaster strudels and pastry bars, and let's not even get going there. There are nuts here. Nuts are good oftentimes if you can control your portion size. Now, here are whole almonds, and it says no salt. And let's see what they've done with it. The ingredients are simply almonds, and so this is a great option. If you eat almonds, if you eat nuts at all, just make sure you weigh your portions, but that's really good. Now this is whole almonds. It looks like it's raw. It has no salt. The sea salt version has almonds, canola oil, and salt. I avoid canola oil, and so I would not get the roasted salted almonds because of that. Remember that you can't just pick it up because it's almonds. You have to look at the labels and see what's in it. Okay, so here's some dried coconut. Is this okay? Well, when I look at the ingredients, it's just coconut. So actually it is. Coconut's one of those things that in small amounts, when you shred it up, it's actually okay in terms of carbs. Just watch your overall carb count. There's peanuts, dry roasted. Again, let's take a peek at these. Their prices are great. The problem is just looking at making sure the ingredients are okay. This is just peanuts. They are dry roasted. So if you do legumes, that's a good price. So what else do we have? There are dried berries, which again, I usually stay away from fruit. I would eat fresh berries first. I see the cereals and the maple syrup. Not a lot here. There's peanut butter and there's almond butter. Now almond butter is not a bad option as long as the ingredients are just nuts. And it's dry roasted almonds, palm oil, cane sugar, and sea salt. The cane sugar puts it out for me. So far, the only luck I've been having are the pork rinds. Let's see if we can find anything else. Olives, surely that will work for me. Yes, these will work. These are large pitted olives, 99 cents a jar. That's a very good deal. Let's see, there are pickles here as well. And if you can find some that are not sweetened, like the hamburger dill chips, that might be a good option. There's less than 1 in carb, and yes, there's vinegar, salt, turmeric. That would be a good option. There's also jalapenos. My husband loves these guys. Let's see, this is 1 carb, and it has nothing bad in it. So I'm going to get him some jalapenos. Another thing that my husband really enjoys are these guys. Anybody else like those? And so I'm looking at the ingredients, and it's peppers, water, vinegar, salt, citric acid. It's 1 carb per ounce. The whole jar is 8 carbs. So that is also a really good option for him. And I really love these things. They're marinated roasted peppers. Sometimes it's hard to find without sugars, but when I look at the ingredients, there's no sugar. It's roasted bell pepper, water, olive oil, 1 carb per 1 ounce. Okay, I'm here at the mayonnaise. Duke's mayonnaise is a great price here. Oops. Duke's mayonnaise is a great price here, and it doesn't have sugar. Unfortunately, what Duke's has is soybean oil, and I really do try to avoid that. Now, I use Duke's mayonnaise, I really do, because I don't always have time to make my own, but I avoid the soybean oil when I can. So if I'm eating perfectly, I don't use it. But there, the real world, we have to be in touch with reality. This yellow mustard is a great deal, and when I look at the ingredients, there's nothing that we wouldn't have. So it's 79 cents for that huge jar of mustard. At Aldi's, I also like to get their coffee. They have the Keurig pods. Their coffees are pretty good, and the prices are good too. So that's always a get here. I also just spotted real bacon. Now, I usually get this at the Sam's Club, but I wanted to show you, they do have this. It's $1.39 for 2.5 ounces. And let's check the ingredients out. It's bacon, and it may contain smoke flavoring, dextrose, brown sugar. It's not great, but if you're in a hurry, having that on hand is not a bad way to add some fat to your vegetables or other things. It's better to use real bacon, but again, if you don't have a lot of options, it's not a terrible one. It's hard to know, and sometimes you just have to weigh one against the other. Oh, something else I like to keep is minced garlic. Fresh garlic is just always a problem for me. I've broken more garlic presses than I care to admit, but this is pretty much just garlic, and the jarred garlic works really well in recipes. And it's $1.99, and it's in olive oil. Actually, they have it in olive oil or water. I want the water. Yep, that's it. Because I may or may not put this at high heat. And remember, olive oil doesn't do well in high heat. I see shelled walnuts, and I see pure vanilla extract. Now, the vanilla extract, what you're looking for is something that doesn't have propylene glycol in it, and this does not. It has vanilla bean extractives and water and alcohol. So that's probably not a bad option for us. They have pure baking soda. I know I use that a lot in cooking. I see pecan halves and shelled walnuts. The pecan halves are going to be good as long as they aren't cooked in oil. And the ingredients are just pecans, and $3.39 is a very good price. I don't need any, and they're way down on the bottom shelf. So I found some baking powder, and it says gluten-free. It does have aluminum sulfate though, and so when I can, I try to get baking powder that doesn't have aluminum. I've also found some baking cocoa, and I'm looking to see what's in it. Ooh, 100% cocoa. That's perfect. Out of cocoa powder, and it's $2.19, which is a very good price. Let's get some of that. I love Aldi's because you never know exactly what you're going to find. Now I'm passing by all the cake mixes and the marshmallows and the gluten-free stuff. There is some stevia here. There's also sucralose called Sweet Additions. So if you use that, those are not bad options. This stevia, let's see what's in it. Erythritol and stevia and natural flavors. Natural flavors is not awesome, but I suspect that if you like stevia, that wouldn't be a bad brand to get, and it's $1.99 for the 2.8 ounces. There is olive oil here and coconut oil. Let's look at the coconut oil. I don't need any, but the straw coconut oil is $4.99. That's a very good price if you need coconut oil. There's also extra virgin olive oil and regular olive oil. I don't know if you all enjoy flavored seltzer water, but we do. And here at Aldi's, they have for 59 cents seltzer water. There's a lemon lime flavor. There's just original seltzer water. There's an orange. There's a strawberry. And again, it just has a little bit of flavor in it, and it has the fizzy. So it's really nice just for the summer to have something like that. There's also something called fruit. So if you're looking for flavored seltzer, they have really good prices on that too. And speaking of fizzy water, there's the LaCroix waters. I know a lot of folks who enjoy those. There's a cran raspberry and a grapefruit. There's one that's upside down. There's one. There's a lime flavor, grapefruit, and a cran raspberry. And they're $3.99 for a 12-pack, which is really pretty good. They also have something that looks interesting to me. It's called Pure Aqua Fizzy Fruit. I haven't tried it, but there's a blackberry flavor. And again, it's just sparkling water. So it looks like a really good option. I see a strawberry, kiwi, a peach, a blackberry. Wow, and they're $2.99. I think I'm going to take the blackberry home with me. Everything else I see doesn't look so keto friendly. I see taco shells and cookies, and I do see 100 calorie packs of almonds and walnuts. The ingredients are just almonds, so that's a great idea for traveling. And it's already in 100 calorie packs, which the calories aren't so important, but that also limits your carbs. For trying to see how much that is, $2.99. It's a really good idea, especially if you're traveling. I also see one with almonds and walnuts, and let's see what's in that. The same thing, just almonds and walnuts, so that's a really good option for traveling. It's also good for putting in the kids' bags when they're going to the pool and things like that. Now, I see roasted almonds, and I'm a little concerned that it's going to be like the other side that we were looking at where they put nuts. Yeah, it's almonds roasted in peanut and or sunflower oil. Not a very good choice. So let's put that back. Okay, I think we're hitting the jackpot here as far as travel things. Here's a pickle pack with kosher dill petites. This is great for summer for traveling and vacations and pool and the lake and the beach. Definitely getting some of those because my kids love pickles. And I found something for olives. Why do they always put stuff on the top shelves? The short girl cannot reach it. I'm like 5'1" with imagination. Okay, olives to go. This is a really good option. It's pitted. There's no juice in it, so you don't have to worry about with traveling. Definitely getting some of that for the summer. And it's $2.69 for the 4-pack. Not a bad deal at all. Okay, I'm looking through. There's mayonnaise, but again, there's more. That's cashew butter. Ooh, let's see what's in the cashew butter. Dry roasted cashews, sunflower oil, palm oil, and cane sugar. Sorry, no cashew butter for me. I see trail mix and onions. Now, of course, there's fruits and vegetables, and you know how to pick that stuff out. But I'm looking through. Everything else is chips, and not seeing anything that looks okay. The celery, tortilla chips, no thanks. Maybe we'll go around the corner. Aldi's does have grass-fed beef, and there's the grass-fed beef. It's $6.99 a pound here, which is not bad. They also have this bacon wrap filet. We've had these at home, and they're actually really good. It's $4.49, and it's a really good price for 2 5-ounce steaks. Okay, so we're in the processed meat, and I'm looking at bologna. Again, not something we generally have. This one has corn syrup in it, so I'm going to leave it there. Ham. Always be careful with ham because they love to add things, sugar to ham. This has dextrose, and dextrose is a sugar, so none of that for us. In fact, I don't see anything here in the processed meat that would work. It's better to stick to fresh meat where you can. What I do see that is exciting is this, the Parmesan cheese. I love this stuff, and it works well in so many things. It's one carb, and it does have powdered cellulose to prevent caking, but that's okay in small amounts. What's even better is to buy the whole parm and shred it yourself. So that's what I'm getting this time. More good stuff, the feta cheese, we love this, and the crumbled blue cheese. Both of those are great options. Babel is another great option. My son and daughter both love this, and it travels well. And then there, of course, are cheeses, and there's string cheese. So any of that, you know how to read that. And another find is guacamole. This is the best stuff. It's $2.99, and it's 3 carbs for 2 tablespoons. It's a great option. It comes in 2 8-ounce pouches, and so if you're serving Mexican, it's wonderful. It's just done. It's quick and it's easy, and there's no icky ingredients in this. Okay, I'm still on the cheeses, and my family is always saying that Gouda is gooder, or actually I say Gouda is gooder. This has really good stuff. It's smoked Gouda, so I'm going to get that as a treat for my family. I also really love this stuff. It's called pepperoni marinara, and it doesn't have anything icky in it, and the total carbs are less than 1, and it has like a pizza flavor. It's really great for snacks. I just found some flavored fetas, and the tomato basil feta sounds great. The sweet pea does not because it's sweet. And I've also found this pepperoni panina. This is really good. And they also have a pancetta version, and these are $3 or $4 each, which is a great price. My daughter loves these, and pretty much it's mozzarella cheese and prosciutto, and this is mozzarella cheese and pepperoni. Both of those are really, really good options for the summer. So I guess I'll get one of each. Okay, let's see what we can find in the bacon department. Here's some uncured bacon for $3.99 for 12 ounces, and that's actually pretty good. There's Appleton Farms, which is sugar cured, but that's okay. The sugar goes away as part of the curing process. So that, if you're doing cured bacon, and cured is not as bad as they once thought. You have to read about it. Here's a 16 ounce for $2.99. It was $3.49. This is a really good price for bacon. The sour cream is a good deal. There's no icky ingredients in that version. I was looking for, if I don't need any this time, I was looking for full fat yogurt and I don't see any. Even the Greek yogurt, everything is non-fat or reduced fat. So in my store, there's no luck with that. I'm looking at the butter and let's see what they have. They have an imperial, that's a veggie spread. We don't want that. Here's the butter, if I can get it out. Countryside Creamery. Let's see what's in this. Pasteurized cream and salt. So this is a decent butter and it's $2.89 for that package. I have not tried it, but as far as ingredients, that would work. I don't see anything else. Oh, let's check out their cream cheese. It says less fat. It's 2 carbs per. No, I'm always looking for the 1 carb. Oops, I dropped it. I'm always looking for the 1 carb cream cheese. And Trader Joe's is the best place I found it. There is another version here called Happy Farms. So let's see what the Happy Farms cream cheese has. I'm telling you, short girl problems. 2 grams carbs, so that's no better. I'll stick to my Trader Joe's brand or the organic that I buy. Well, it looks like that's going to be about it, unless I can find cream. Here's heavy whipping cream. Let's see what's in it. Now remember, I usually get heavy cream instead of heavy whipping cream because whipping puts stabilizers in it. It does have carrageenan and cellulose gum, but it's not a bad option, and it's $1.89, which is a very good price. Again, I don't need it this time because I stocked up with it on sale. So I'll put that back, but it's good to know they have it if I need it. Okay, that's my shop in Aldi's. There is some frozen food here. I'm not going to take the time to check it out because this video is already a lot longer than I expected it would be. Again, always check ingredients. I do see some flounder. I do see tilapia. If the tilapia is wild caught, then I might consider it, and it doesn't say that it is. The flounder fillet is the same kind of thing. There is wild caught pink salmon for $7.49, which is 2 pounds. That's a very good price for salmon, and I really like that it's frozen in packages. So it's in one big pack and I can take a few pieces out at a time. I actually think I'm going to get that. I'm trying to get my family to eat more fish, and it's not been an easy task. The shrimp I'm going to leave, and again I'm getting the salmon only because it's wild caught. I don't see any vegetables or anything else that works for us. I was going to see if they had more of the steakies because I do like to get those here, and I think I used my last package, but I don't see those. Okay, I hope that this shop through the aisles at Aldi's has been helpful for you. It is longer than I expected, but if you take your time and read the labels, you can find some really good deals here at Aldi's to say low carb, high fat. Thanks.